On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Organic.
Pertaining to or derived from biological substance, producing plants and animals for food and other items without the use of synthetic chemicals.
Examples:
Organic soils. Eat organic food. Kidney is an organic component of the body.
Chemistry.
The branch of the natural sciences dealing with the composition of substances and their properties and reactions.
Examples:
Professor of chemistry. The chemistry of soil. He is familiar with chemistry and biology.
Grueling.
Extremely tiring or demanding great effort, especially with long duration or intensity.
Examples:
Grueling process. A grueling campaign. The marathon was a grueling test of endurance.
Introduction.
A preliminary explanation or remarks given before the start of a text, performance, or event, the act of bringing something new into existence or introducing something to a wider audience or new market.
Examples:
Introduction education. Self-introduction. The introduction to the new class was informative and engaging.
Flood.
A large amount of water flowing beyond its normal limits, an overwhelming number or amount.
Examples:
Flood advisory. A flood of questions. These heavy rains caused flash floods on several islands.
Overwhelm.
To defeat someone or something by using a great deal of force, to have a strong emotional effect on somebody.
Examples:
He was overwhelmed with gratitude. Overwhelm opponents by numbers. Too much variety may overwhelm and confuse viewers.
Ace.
A playing card with a single symbol or mark that is typically the highest in value or rank in a particular card game. A person who is very skilled or successful in a specific activity or field.
Examples:
Tennis ace. Ace in the hole. He was an ace at playing poker and often won the game.
Dentist.
A person who is qualified and licensed to treat people's teeth.
Examples:
A dentist's office. Consult a dentist. I am going to the family dentist to get my teeth cleaned.
Veterinarian.
Formal for a vet, a medical professional who specializes in the care and treatment of animals, especially those that are domesticated or kept as pets.
Examples:
Veterinarian clinic. Experienced veterinarian. I took my pet to the veterinarian for a routine checkup.
Perceive.
To become aware or conscious of something through the senses.
Examples:
perceive a threat, perceive light. Australia is widely perceived as having low levels of corruption.
Obstacle:
A thing that blocks one's way or prevents or hinders progress.
Examples:
An obstacle to progress. Obstacle avoidance. The obstacle course was challenging but fun.
Weed:
A wild plant growing where it is not wanted and in competition with cultivated plants.
Examples:
Pull up a weed. Weed management. The garden was full of weeds that needed to be pulled.
Cruel:
Feeling or showing pleasure in causing pain or suffering to others.
Examples:
A cruel and unusual punishment. Cruel joke. The dictator was known for his cruel and oppressive regime.
Perception:
A belief, opinion, or image you have based on how you regard, understand, or interpret something, the ability to see, hear, or notice something through the senses.
Examples:
Keen perception. Perception of a stimulus. He is a man admired for the depth of his perception.
Universal:
Existing or affecting everywhere or everyone.
Examples:
Universal life. Principles of universal design. The picture earned near universal acclaim from critics.
Anxiety:
A feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease about something that is happening or might happen in the future.
Examples:
Diagnosis of anxiety disorder. Anxiety for knowledge. She waited for her daughter with anxiety.
Inexcusable:
Impossible to excuse or justify, reprehensible or unforgivable.
Examples:
Inexcusable delay. Inexcusable excuse. His behavior at the meeting was inexcusable and will not be tolerated.
Define:
To state or explain precisely the nature, scope, or meaning of something.
Examples:
Define a word. Define my position. To advance this discussion, we must define success rigorously.
Pre-med:
An abbreviation for pre-medical, a course of study or preparation undertaken by students planning to enter medical school or pursue a career in medicine.
Examples:
Pre-med class. Pre-med coursework. The pre-med student spent hours studying anatomy and physiology to prepare for medical school.
Frank:
Honest and sincere, open and candid in expression.
Examples:
Frank and open discussion. Make a frank apology. Full involvement means frank and prompt responses.
Anxious.
Worried and nervous.
Examples:
Anxious about his health. An anxious look. He cast anxious glances behind her.
Adrenaline.
Also epinephrine, a substance secreted by the adrenal medulla in response to stress, which makes the heart beat faster and prepares the body to react to danger.
Examples:
Adrenaline receptor. Adrenaline addiction. The band has released a lot of adrenaline-pumping rock music.
Restart.
To start something again, especially after a pause or interruption.
Examples:
Restart a game. Restart a nuclear reactor. She tried to restart the conversation after the awkward silence.
Threaten.
To utter intentions of injury or punishment against someone.
Examples:
Threaten a healthy relationship. Threaten national security. Various artificially induced causes are threatening our ecosystem.
Allergic.
Having or caused by an allergy.
Examples:
Allergic children. Allergic to pollen. The infection triggered a high fever and allergic reactions.
Reaction.
A response that reveals a person's feelings or attitude. In chemistry, a process in which one or more substances are changed into others.
Examples:
Chemical reaction. Trigger a reaction. There was a chemical reaction of the lime with the groundwater.
Injection.
The act of introducing a liquid, especially a drug, into the body using a needle and a syringe.
Examples:
Fuel injection. Injection needle. He received an injection of antibiotics to treat his infection.
Ignition.
The act of starting a fire, engine, or other device, the beginning or starting point of a process or event.
Examples:
Ignition system. Ignition switch. My car's ignition wouldn't turn over, so I had to call a mechanic.
Flee.
To leave by running away, especially out of fear or danger.
Examples:
Flee their homes. Flee abroad. It is a basic instinct to flee from a dangerous situation.
Machinery.
A group of large machines or the components of a machine that make it work, social institution functions or structure for doing something.
Examples:
Heavy machinery. Inactive machinery. The machinery of audit formally issued a business improvement order.
Pupil.
The black circular opening in the center of the iris of the eye, through which light enters the eye, a student in school or university.
Examples:
Pupil constriction. Attentive pupil. The pupil of your eye dilates in response to different light levels.
Dilate.
To make something wider, larger, or more open.
Examples:
Dilate the bronchial tubes. Dilate blood vessel. The pupils of the eyes dilate in low light.
Strength.
The quality or state of being physically, or sometimes mentally, strong.
Examples:
Strength of the economy. Muscular strength. Health and strength are, above all, gold.
Miracle.
An act or occurrence that is not explicable by natural or scientific laws, and is therefore believed to be caused by God.
Examples:
Miracle person. Economic miracle. The doctor said that her recovery was a miracle.
Chemical.
Relating to or connected with chemistry.
Examples:
Toxic chemicals. A chemical compound. The firm has grown into a large chemical manufacturing.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
The structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Depth.
The distance between the top and bottom of something, between the top surface and a distance below it.
Examples:
Depth camera. The depth of the water. The pond's depth was around 5 feet.
Rot.
To decay, or cause something to decay, naturally and gradually.
Examples:
Begin to rot. Rot with age. Please refrigerate the meat, or it will rot.
Compound.
An item composed of two or more distinct elements combined, a chemical formed by the combination of two or more elements.
Examples:
Aquatic compound. Harmful compound. Common salt is a sodium and chlorine compound.
Molecule.
A group of two or more atoms held together by attractive forces known as chemical bonds.
Examples:
Small molecules. Molecule behavior. The shape of the DNA molecule is a double helix.
Atom.
The smallest unit of ordinary matter that forms a chemical element, composed of a nucleus and one or more electrons bound to the nucleus.
Examples:
Oxygen atom. Neutral hydrogen atoms. The outermost electron shell of an atom determines its chemical characteristics.
Stitch.
One of the tiny thread lines visible on a piece of fabric after it has been sewn.
Examples:
A stitch in a garment. Pattern stitch. The wound was so deep that it needed a surgical procedure and stitches.
Atomic.
Of or relating to atom, equals the smallest component of an element.
Examples:
Atomic nucleus. Atomic bomb. Carbon has an atomic mass of 12.
Bond.
A close emotional connection between two or more people, a certificate of debt that a government or corporation issues to raise money.
Examples:
Bond as a family. Global bond market. They had formed a friendship bond.
Arrangement.
A plan or preparation for the future event, the action or process of placing things in a particular order.
Examples:
Arrangement of the furniture. Arrangement committee. As a first arrangement, we agreed to meet the following Friday.
Identity.
The fact of being who or what somebody or something is, the features, emotions, or ideas that distinguish persons from one another.
Examples:
Mistaken identity. Identity as an individual. The terrorist's identity remains unknown.
Artistic.
Of or relating to art or artist, satisfying aesthetic standards and sensibilities.
Examples:
An artistic photograph. Promising entrepreneurs often have a high artistic sensibility.
Impressive.
Arousing admiration due to size, quality, or skill.
Examples:
Impressive performances. An impressive array of facts. The budget reduction was an impressive feat for our nation.
Gram.
A metric unit of weight equal to 1/1000th of a kilogram.
Examples:
Centimeter gram second system. Gram amount. How much is it per 100 grams?
Dissolve.
To be or cause to be absorbed by a liquid to form a part of the solution, to close down or dismiss.
Examples:
Dissolve the sugar. Officially dissolved the marriage. The political party dissolved after much internal fighting.
Mass.
A large amount of a substance with no definite shape or form, a large number of people or things grouped or crowded together.
Examples:
A mass of molten rock. Critical mass. The mass of people who do not own property is politically impotent.
Grain.
Wheat or any other small hard seeds used as a food, a relatively small granular particle of a substance.
Examples:
A grain of sand. Flour made from grain. Ordinary air purifiers cannot adequately remove pollen grains.
Sand.
Finely granulated particles of rock or mineral material, typically found along beaches, deserts, or riverbeds, used in construction, landscaping, and other applications requiring drainage or abrasive action.
Examples:
Sand dunes. Sand castle. The sand on the beach was warm and golden.
Quintillion.
A cardinal number representing 1,000 raised to the power of 6, the number 1 followed by 18 zeros, 1 quintillion.
Examples:
$1 quintillion. Quintillion stars. There are approximately 1 quintillion insects on the planet at any given time.
Visualize.
To form a mental image or concept of something, to make something visible.
Examples:
Visualize data. Visualize flying through space. She tried to visualize the layout of the new house in her mind.
Planet.
Any of the 9 large celestial bodies that circle in the solar system, any celestial body that revolves around a star.
Examples:
Planet like the Earth. Save the planet. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun.
Galaxy.
An independent group of stars, interstellar gas, dark matter, etc., in the universe, bound together by gravity.
Examples:
Elliptic galaxy. A galaxy of famous actors. The Milky Way galaxy has numerous water-bearing planets.
Ballpark.
A place or facility where baseball is played, a rough estimation of something.
Examples:
Ballpark price. Major League ballpark. It'll be somewhere in the ballpark of $100.
Shrink.
To become smaller, or to make something smaller in size or amount.
Examples:
Shrink the tumor. Shrink with fear. This shirt will shrink in the wash.
Microscope.
An instrument used to see objects or substances that are too small to be seen with the naked eye.
Examples:
Microscope slide. Electron microscope. I used an optical microscope to observe the small organisms in the water sample.
Sophisticated.
Having a great deal of worldly experience and knowledge of people's behavior, culture, and fashion.
Examples:
Sophisticated look. A sophisticated lifestyle. Marketing strategies are growing more sophisticated.
Fancy.
To want to do or have something, noun, something that many people believe but that is false, or that does not exist, imagination or fantasy.
Examples:
Fancy a cup of coffee. A flight of fancy. I don't fancy acting in such an important role.
Nuclear.
Of or relating to or constituting the nucleus of an atom, deriving destructive energy from the release of atomic energy.
Examples:
Nuclear fusion. Use of nuclear power. Many countries have now agreed to a treaty banning the use of nuclear weapons.
Magnetic.
Having the properties of attracting or repelling certain materials containing iron or steel.
Examples:
Magnetic field. A magnetic tape. The magnetic force of the Earth keeps our planet spinning.
Resonance.
A deep, full, or reverberating sound or tone, a quality or feeling of a particular emotional or mental vibration or significance, a mutual or sympathetic connection or correspondence between two things.
Examples:
Resonance frequency. Harmonic resonance. The singer's voice filled the auditorium with beautiful resonance. Spectrometer. A scientific device used to measure the properties of light or other radiation, often used in chemistry and physics to analyze the composition of materials.
Examples:
Spectrometer measurement. Optical spectrometer. The infrared spectrometer helped identify the chemical composition of the sample.
Visible.
Capable of being seen or open to easy view.
Examples:
Visible stars. Visible by X-ray. My home is easily visible from the shore.
Hydrogen.
The chemical element that is the lightest gas is colorless, odorless, tasteless, and combines with oxygen to form water.
Examples:
Hydrogen gas. Heavy hydrogen. The hydrogen and the oxygen react and then form water.
Carbon.
A chemical element that can be found in pure form as diamond or graphite, and it is also an essential part of coal and oil and is found in all plants and animals.
Examples:
Carbon dioxide. Carbon emission. Trees absorb carbon dioxide and give off oxygen.
Oxygen.
The chemical element with the symbol O that is present in air and water and is necessary for people, animals, and plants to live.
Examples:
The hydrogen binds the oxygen. Lack of oxygen. The passenger grabbed for the oxygen mask.
Nitrogen.
A chemical element with the symbol N and atomic number 7, which is a highly reactive element that forms part of many compounds, including amino acids and proteins.
Examples:
Heavy nitrogen, nitrogen absorption. Nitrogen gas is used to inflate car tires because it does not react with rubber.
Typical:
Having the usual characteristics or traits of a specific group of things.
Examples:
Typical leader. Fairly typical symptoms. This artwork is typical of her work.
Universe:
Everything that exists, especially all physical matter, including planets, stars, galaxies, and all other forms of matter and energy.
Examples:
Theory of the universe. Expansion of the universe. The universe is about 13.8 billion years old.
Sphere:
A round object or geometric shape that is three-dimensional and symmetrical around a central point, a particular aspect or scope of life or activity.
Examples:
Sphere of influence. Business sphere. The sphere of the Earth is divided into several layers, including the crust, mantle, and core.
Ingredient:
One of the things used to make something, especially one of the foods used to make a particular dish.
Examples:
Secret ingredients. Compound the ingredients. Greed is the primary ingredient in the making of criminals.
Particle:
A small piece of something, a word or piece of a term with grammatical function, but little or no significance.
Examples:
Charged particle. Particle energy. We can calculate the position of the particle statistically.
Proton:
A very small particle with a positive charge equal to the negative charge of an electron that forms part of the nucleus of all atoms.
Examples:
Proton decay. Proton conductivity. The solar wind is composed almost entirely of electrons and protons.
Neutron:
A subatomic particle with no electric charge that is present in all atomic nuclei except those of ordinary hydrogen.
Examples:
Neutron acceleration. The antiparticle of a neutron. A neutron star is incredibly dense and has a strong gravitational pull.
Electron:
A tiny particle with a negative electrical charge.
Examples:
Flow of electrons. Beam of electrons. The outermost electron shell determines the chemical properties of an atom.
Arrange:
To plan, prepare for, and carry out something.
Examples:
Arrange the meeting. The list was arranged alphabetically. I need to arrange plans with him for the celebration.
Subset.
A set of things that are contained within another larger set, a portion or division of a group or category.
Examples:
Proper subset. Subset selection. A subset of the employees will be trained in the new software program.
Misspell.
To spell incorrectly or wrongly, to use an incorrect spelling for a word.
Examples:
Misspell words. Misspell his name. Please be careful not to misspell any of the words in your essay.
Honk.
A loud, harsh sound made by a vehicle's horn to signal a warning or attract attention.
Examples:
Honk sound. Honk for attention. The incessant honk of the car's horn woke me from sleep.
Handshake.
A greeting or form of introduction in which two people grasp each other's hands and briefly grip and shake them. Of computer science, a process by which two devices or software applications establish a connection and exchange information to ensure that they can communicate effectively.
Examples:
Handshake protocol. Virtual handshake. The two business partners sealed the deal with a handshake.
Permanent.
Lasting for a long time without essential change.
Examples:
Literature of permanent value. Permanent life insurance. She is searching for a permanent residence.
Grab.
To take hold of something or someone suddenly with a hand, especially in a violent way.
Examples:
Grab an audience. Grab an opportunity. Shall we grab a bite to eat?
Exchange.
To give something and receive something else in return, often with the implication that the items being traded are of equal or comparable value. Noun, the act of giving or taking something in return for something else, a place or system where goods or services can be bought, sold, or traded.
Examples:
Exchange rate. Exchange a few friendly words. My sister and I frequently exchange books as we love reading.
Backbone.
The spinal column of a vertebrate, a symbolic representation of strength and resilience.
Examples:
Backbone of society. Backbone curve. She showed great backbone when standing up for her beliefs in opposition.
Structural.
Associated with the way on construction or organization of anything.
Examples:
Structural analyses. Structural reorganization. The earthquake resulted in significant structural destruction.
Grip.
The act of holding on to something firmly with your hands, or the ability to do so. Verb, to hold fast or firmly.
Examples:
grip of fear, lose my grip. He had a firm grip on the rope as he climbed the mountain.
Highlight.
To make something prominent, mainly so that people give it more attention.
Examples:
highlight a string in red. Highlight an important difference. The introduction highlighted the speaker's distinguished career as a consultant.
Ammonia.
A compound of nitrogen and hydrogen that forms a gas with a strong smell, used as cleaning substances, fertilizers, and explosives.
Examples:
ammonia water. Inhale ammonia fumes. The advent of ammonia fertilizers markedly increased agricultural productivity.
Methane.
A chemical compound with the chemical formula CH4 with no smell or color, often used as a fuel.
Examples:
atmospheric methane. Reduce methane emissions. The ignition of methane gas in the plant killed 5 employees.
Combustion.
The act or process of burning something.
Examples:
internal combustion engine. Spontaneous combustion. Combustion of the people grew until the revolt was unavoidable.
Oxide.
A chemical compound that contains at least one oxygen atom and one other element.
Examples:
silver oxide. Combined oxide. The blood's red coloring comes from iron oxide.
Flammable.
Able to burn easily.
Examples:
flammable atmosphere. Non-flammable fiber. The warning labels indicated that the product was highly flammable.
Fuel.
A substance that is typically burned to generate heat or energy.
Examples:
biomass fuel. Smokeless fuel. The manufacturing sector was most severely impacted by the fuel scarcity.
Hydrocarbon.
An organic compound consisting entirely of hydrogen and carbon.
Examples:
hydrocarbon production. Hydrocarbon molecules in crude oil. Burning hydrocarbons releases water vapor and carbon dioxide.
Creative.
Relating to or involving the use of skill and original and unusual ideas to create something.
Examples:
creative writing. Barren of creative spirit. All the supervisor has to do is assign tasks that make his subordinates more creative.
Engine.
A machine that converts thermal energy to mechanical work, something that has an important role used to achieve a purpose.
Examples:
a steam engine. An air-cooled engine. The policies he announces can be the engine of economic growth in the country.
Barbecue.
A cooking method or apparatus that uses open flames or heated coals to grill or smoke meat, fish, or vegetables. A social gathering or meal characterized by outdoor grilling or barbecuing of food.
Examples:
barbecue sauce, barbecue grill. The barbecue at the park was a hit with all the families who attended.
Release.
To set free or allow to escape from confinement.
Examples:
release a prisoner, release CO2 into the air. The animal rights group worked to release the dolphins back into the wild.
Assemble.
To collect in one place as a single group.
Examples:
assemble your colleagues. Assemble a jigsaw puzzle. The president began to assemble an army.
Vitamin.
Any of a group of organic compounds that are essential in small quantities to the diet and are present in natural foodstuffs or sometimes produced within the body.
Examples:
rich in vitamin D. Vitamin deficiency. Vitamin C is important for immune system function and skin health.
Morphine.
A powerful narcotic drug used to relieve pain and induce sleep.
Examples:
morphine addiction. Synthetic morphine. Long-term use of morphine can lead to tolerance, physical dependence, and addiction.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries, relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples:
a medical opinion. Temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Medicinal.
Of or relating to the treatment or cure of disease.
Examples:
medicinal chemistry. Traditional medicinal. The medicinal properties of this herb have been known to help with various ailments.
Triumph.
A great victory or achievement.
Examples:
triumph of democracy. Triumph of the spirit. The team's triumph in the championship resulted from their hard work and dedication.
Handy.
Valuable and convenient, easy or ready to reach or use.
Examples:
a handy-sized bag. Handy tool. They found a handy place to play catch.
Representation.
The act of speaking, acting, or being present on behalf of someone officially, a statement of facts and reasons made in appealing or protesting.
Examples:
sales representation. Binary representation. A person who has been declared incompetent should have legal representation.
Replace.
To take the place of something.
Examples:
Replace one word with another. Replace a phone. Eventually, the new design will replace all older models.
Backward.
At, to, or toward the direction or place that is behind or rear.
Examples:
Walk backward. Backward angle. She falls over backward when she sees her mother-in-law.
Triangle.
A three-sided polygon with three angles, something that has three sides or parts.
Examples:
Triangle shape. Love triangle. The Pythagorean theorem is used to calculate the length of the sides of a right triangle.
Solid.
Hard or firm, characterized by good substantial quality.
Examples:
Solid ally. Solid employment measures. The solid state of water is called ice.
Indicate.
To show, point out, or make known something, often through a sign or a symbol, to suggest or imply something without stating it directly.
Examples:
Indicate a preference. Indicate an error. The data indicates that the company's profits have steadily increased over the past quarter.
Represent.
To speak, act, or be present on behalf of another person or group, to form or constitute.
Examples:
Represent by a diagram. The characters that represent numbers. We elected him to represent us at the international conference.
Rid.
To make someone or something free of unwanted or unpleasant tasks, objects, or person.
Examples:
Get rid of the rats. Rid the body of waste products. We must rid ourselves of pollution.
Adrenal.
Relating to two glands situated above the kidneys, called the adrenal gland.
Examples:
Adrenal gland. Adrenal cortex. The doctor ordered tests to check the patient's adrenal function.
Gland.
A group of cells in an animal's body that produce substances needed by the body and release them through ducts or directly into the bloodstream.
Examples:
The function of the thyroid gland. A mammary gland. The adrenal glands produce steroids.
Extract.
A short passage taken from a book, piece of music, etc., a substance obtained from something through a specific process. Verb, to obtain from something or to remove something by effort or force.
Examples:
A brief extract from the book. Botanical extract. Anesthetize the gum before extracting the teeth.
Cattle.
cows, bulls, and buffaloes that are raised for their milk or meat as farm animals.
Examples:
Cattle barn, cattle hide. The cattle are on the grassland and grazing.
Petroleum.
A flammable liquid consisting of a complex mixture of hydrocarbons that occurs naturally in certain rock formations, and can also be refined to produce fuels such as gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel.
Examples:
Liquefied petroleum gas, crude petroleum. The country's economy relies heavily on its petroleum industry.
Synthetic.
Made by combining chemical substances as opposed to being naturally occurring.
Examples:
Synthetic fiber, synthetic fertilizer. Synthetic diamonds play an essential role as machine tool blades.
Uncomfortable.
Providing or feeling physical discomfort or slight pain.
Examples:
An uncomfortable silence. With an uncomfortable face. His abusive words made me uncomfortable.
Distinguished.
Used of persons or their work, standing above others in quality, attainment, or reputation.
Examples:
A distinguished ancestry. Distinguished war services. The new CEO has a distinguished career.
Assembly.
A group of people who have been elected, especially one that meets regularly and makes decisions or laws for a specific region or country.
Examples:
Assembly line. Assembly hall. This company's assembly plant is an enormous facility.
Scratch.
To cut or damage the surface of something or the skin with a sharp or pointed object.
Examples:
Scratch off a name. Scratch my signature. Don't scratch your mosquito bites.
Identical.
Being the exact same one.
Examples:
Pair of identical twins. An identical equation. Infant formulas are nutritionally almost identical to a mother's breast milk.
Surreal.
Strange and unreal, having an oddly dreamlike quality.
Examples:
Surreal number. Surreal art. The dreamlike quality of the painting gave it a surreal feel.
Mathematics.
The science dealing with the logic of quantities, shapes, spaces, and arrangement.
Examples:
A good grounding in mathematics. Mathematics competition. He has a flair for mathematics.
Practically.
Almost or nearly.
Examples:
Practically constant. Practically impossible to find a parking spot. The store is practically empty.
Origin.
The first existence or beginning of something.
Examples:
Origin of all humankind. A manuscript of uncertain origin. There are various hypotheses concerning the origin of life.
Synthesize.
To combine a substance to make a more complex product or compound.
Examples:
Synthesize molecules. Synthesize information. The spider has the ability to synthesize multiple different silk proteins.
Emergence.
The process or fact of coming into existence or becoming apparent.
Examples:
Emergence as a national leader. Re-emergence of rampant inflation. The emergence of a new virus can cause concern for public health.
Sunlight.
The light emitted by the sun, the rays of the sun.
Examples:
A glare of sunlight. In direct sunlight. Radiation from sunlight has a different wavelength.
Carbohydrate.
Also carb, any of a class of organic compounds that include sugars, starch, and cellulose and are a principal source of energy in the diet of animals.
Examples:
Complex carbohydrate. Carbohydrate metabolism. Foods high in carbohydrates include bread, pasta, and rice.
Protein.
A molecule made up of a long chain of amino acids, which is essential for the structure and function of the body's tissues.
Examples:
Stress protein. Protein synthesis. The body needs a certain amount of protein to build and repair tissues.
Nucleus.
The central and most important part of something. Biology, a part of the cell containing DNA and RNA and responsible for growth and reproduction. Physics, the very dense central region of an atom.
Examples:
Form a nucleus. The nucleus of a team. DNA is stored in the nucleus of a cell.
Acid.
Sour, water-soluble chemicals with a sour flavor, any of a variety of generally liquid compounds capable of reacting with and occasionally dissolving other materials.
Examples:
An acid reaction. Good source of essential amino acids. During pregnancy, the stomach generates less acid than usual.
Multitude.
A large number of things or people.
Examples:
Great multitude. From a multitude of sources. This company is faced with a multitude of problems.
Spectacular.
Striking or impressive to look at or in performance or achievement.
Examples:
Spectacular view. Achieve spectacular growth. The spectacular fireworks display was the highlight of the festival.
Construct.
To build or create something, to assemble or combine different parts to form something whole.
Examples:
Construct a 3D image. Construct a dam. He constructs hypotheses that no mathematician has ever imagined before.
Infuse.
To fill something with a particular quality, feeling, or influence, to imbue.
Examples:
Infuse with spirit. Infuse life with meaning. She infused fresh herbs into the soup for added flavor.
Battery.
A device that is placed inside a car, gadget, equipment, etc., and that provides electrical power to them.
Examples:
A dry battery. Battery charging. The engine did not start because the battery was flat.
Reclaim.
To take back something previously lost, given, or paid, or ask to have it back.
Examples:
Reclaim a competitive position. Reclaim land from the sea. You may be entitled to reclaim some tax.
Toxic.
Of or relating to or caused by a poison, poisonous.
Examples:
Toxic molecule. Exposure to toxic chemicals. This chemical compound is 1,000-fold more toxic.
Human-made.
Created or produced by humans, artificial.
Examples:
Human-made climate change. The worst human-made disaster. The bridge is a human-made structure and was built to span the river.
Lump.
A small, irregularly shaped mass or piece, typically of a soft substance such as coal, flour, or dough.
Examples:
Lump in the throat. Single lump sum. There is a small lump on my neck, and I'm concerned about it.
Charcoal.
A black, porous substance made by burning wood or other organic matter in the absence of air, often used for drawing or cooking.
Examples:
Charcoal brown. Charcoal grill. The artist used charcoal drawing to create a realistic portrait of her subject.
Ridiculous.
Very silly or unreasonable and deserving to be laughed at.
Examples:
A ridiculous amount of money. A ridiculous suggestion. Everyone regarded the theory he advocated as ridiculous, but was later proven correct.
Delicious.
Exceptionally pleasing to taste or smell.
Examples:
Delicious breeze. Variety of delicious foods. We could grill the meat in a delicious way.
Professional.
Having or showing the skill appropriate to a particular job, competent or skillful.
Examples:
Professional athlete. Certified professional secretary. He has a professional demeanor and always presents himself in a polished manner.
Toxicology.
The study of poisonous substances and their effects on organisms, including humans.
Examples:
Molecular toxicology. Forensic toxicology. The toxicology report showed that the victim had high levels of poison in their system.
Decompose.
To break down or cause to break down over time into simpler substances or elements.
Examples:
Decompose matter. Decompose into simpler molecules. After the earthquake, many of the buildings in the city were left in ruins and began to decompose.
Mixture.
A combination of different elements, substances, or entities, usually in non-uniform proportions, resulting in a homogeneous or heterogeneous blend of physical or chemical properties.
Examples:
Mixture of emotions. Perfect mixture. The paint was a mixture of different pigments to achieve the desired color.
Refine.
To make something more pure, polished, cultured, or effective, to improve, perfect, or enhance through a process of purification or development.
Examples:
Refine oil. Refine a language. The company is working to refine its production process to be more efficient.
Purify.
To remove harmful substances from something and increase the concentration of it.
Examples:
Purify hydrogen gas. Purify the blood. The equipment is frequently used to purify and distribute drinking water.
Convert.
To turn something into a different form, to transform.
Examples:
Convert fat into energy. Convert base 10 to base 16. I want to convert my sadness into strength.
Greenhouse.
A building with walls and roof made chiefly of transparent material, such as glass, for growing plants in.
Examples:
Exotic plants in a greenhouse. Emissions of greenhouse gases. The greenhouse effect is a phenomenon that happens naturally.
Mess.
A state of confusion, dirtiness, or untidiness. Verb, to fail to do something or to make something dirty or untidy.
Examples:
Have a whole mess. Get into a mess. He made a frightful mess in his room.
Climate.
The weather at a particular location averaged over some long period.
Examples:
A cold climate. Effects of climate change. climate and weather have an impact on every part of our lifestyles.
Fossil.
Any preserved remains, impression, or trace of any once living thing that has become hard and turned into rock.
Examples:
burning of fossil fuels, a fossil leaf. It was the fossil of a dinosaur tooth.
Synthesis.
The combination of components or elements to form a more complex whole. The creation of something new through combining parts or elements.
Examples:
synthesis of ammonia, protein synthesis inhibitor. The chemical synthesis of the new drug was a breakthrough in medical research.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
amazing advances, the most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Dump.
To deposit or dispose of something, such as trash, waste, etc., carelessly or hurriedly.
Examples:
dump the gravel on the road. Dump hazardous waste. The company dumped him after several years of service.
Symptom.
Any sensation or change in body or mind that is experienced by a patient and is associated with a particular disease.
Examples:
symptoms of low testosterone. Neurotic symptoms. The patient displays a symptom of a side effect.
Sclerotic.
Referring to the hardening or thickening of a tissue, organ, or other body parts, often due to infection, disease, or aging.
Examples:
sclerotic lesion. Sclerotic plaques. The sclerotic arteries in his legs made it difficult for him to walk long distances.
Cancer.
Abnormal growth of cells that can invade and destroy surrounding tissues and organs. A disease characterized by the uncontrolled growth and spread of abnormal cells.
Examples:
cancer diagnosis. Cancer research. Breast cancer is the most common type of cancer in women.
Lymphoma.
A type of cancer that affects the body's lymphatic system, which is responsible for fighting infection and disease.
Examples:
non-Hodgkin lymphoma. Childhood lymphoma. My aunt was diagnosed with lymphoma and is undergoing chemotherapy.
Interfere.
To get involved in and prevent a process or activity from continuing.
Examples:
interfere in another country's affairs. Interfere with DNA synthesis. Your talking interferes with my work.
Disease.
A disorder or illness that affects the body or mind, often characterized by specific symptoms or abnormal functioning of organs or systems.
Examples:
disease prevention, disease control. The doctor diagnosed him with a rare disease that had no known cure.
Snug.
Comfortably warm and cozy, fitting tightly and comfortably, compact and efficient in design.
Examples:
snug blanket, snug little house. The baby was fast asleep in his snug cot, swaddled in soft, warm blankets.
Vancomycin.
A powerful antibiotic used to treat bacterial infections that are resistant to other treatments.
Examples:
vancomycin resistance, vancomycin dosing. The patient was treated with intravenous vancomycin for bacterial infection.
Majestic.
Impressive or grand in appearance, size, or manner, stately.
Examples:
a majestic figure, a majestic sense of purpose. The majestic mountain range was a sight to behold.
Chlorine.
A chemical element with the symbol Cl and atomic number 17, a greenish-yellow gas that is highly reactive and used in a variety of applications, including as a bleach and disinfectant.
Examples:
chlorine gas, chlorine tablet. Some people are sensitive to the smell of chlorine and experience headaches or respiratory irritation.
Puddle.
A small pool of water, especially on a flat surface, a small and usually shallow accumulation of any liquid substance.
Examples:
puddle of water, step in a puddle. The rain had formed a large puddle on the sidewalk.
Mud.
A soft, wet, sticky earth or clay.
Examples:
mud wall, mud volcano. The mud of the swamp made it difficult to walk through the field.
Jungle.
An area of tropical forest wherein which trees and plants grow very thickly.
Examples:
middle of the jungle, jungle exploration. This village is still in a dense jungle.
Bacteria.
Single-celled or non-cellular spherical or spiral or rod-shaped organisms that exist in large numbers in the air, water, and soil, and also in living and dead creatures and plants, and are often a cause of disease.
Examples:
pathogenic bacteria, harmless bacteria. Bacteria prevalent in hospitals are often resistant to antibiotics.
Efficiently.
In a way that produces maximum output with minimum effort or expense.
Examples:
efficiently combined, develop software more efficiently. We can resolve support requests quickly and efficiently by utilization of AI.
Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples:
Lab instrument. Medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
Complicated.
Involving a lot of different things or parts in a way that is difficult to understand or analyze.
Examples:
A complicated process. Become increasingly complicated. He did complicated pen and ink drawings in just a few days.
Harvest.
Yields of plants in a single growing season, the period of the year when gathering occurs on a farm.
Examples:
A scanty harvest. Reap a harvest. During harvest, farmers are incredibly busy.
Antibiotic.
A substance or drug that kills or slows down the growth of bacteria.
Examples:
Antibiotic resistance. Antibiotic allergy. He has been prescribed an antibiotic to treat his infection.
Infection.
A condition in which pathogenic microorganisms or viruses have entered the body.
Examples:
A bacterial infection. Treat the infection with antibiotics. Hospitals must meet various standards to prevent nosocomial infections.
Physician.
A medical doctor who practices medicine.
Examples:
The advice of the physician. Consult with a physician. She visited the local physician to seek treatment for her persistent headache.
Knight.
A mounted soldier in the past, typically one of noble birth, trained to fight in armor. Today in Great Britain, a person honored by the sovereign for personal merit.
Examples:
The Black Knight. White Knight. In medieval Europe, a monarch or feudal lord granted the title of the knight to a warrior who had demonstrated skill and bravery in battle.
Courage.
The ability to face danger, difficulty, uncertainty, or pain without being overcome by fear or despair. The quality of being brave or courageous.
Examples:
Mental courage. Inspire courage. It takes a lot of courage to stand up for what you believe is right.
Composure.
The state of being calm, collected, and in control of one's emotions and actions, especially in difficult or stressful situations.
Examples:
Regain my composure. Lack of composure. The actress maintained her composure even when faced with harsh criticism.
Equip.
To provide a person or a place with the things that are needed for a particular purpose or activity.
Examples:
Equip an army. Equip our children with some special skills. The construction company equipped the building with an earthquake-resistant device.
Blacksmith.
A smith who forges and shapes iron with a hammer and anvil.
Examples:
blacksmith welding, blacksmith shop. The blacksmith shaped a horseshoe on his anvil.
Solvent.
Capable of dissolving other substances, having sufficient money to pay all outstanding debts.
Examples:
a solvent liquid, chemical solvents. The company was able to remain solvent throughout the economic downturn.
Flavor.
The taste sensation produced by a substance in the mouth.
Examples:
a delicate flavor, flavor enhancer. The flavor of the coffee was rich and full-bodied.
Fabric.
Cloth or other material produced by weaving wool, cotton, silk, etc., used for making clothes, covering furniture, etc.
Examples:
a hand-loomed fabric, fabric of creation. These synthetic fabrics are used in military vests because of their excellent abrasion resistance.
Cushion.
A soft, padded object that is used to make a hard surface more comfortable or to protect an object from damage.
Examples:
cushion against inflation, rear seat cushions. He placed a cushion on the floor for his dog to lie on.
Manufacture.
To make goods in large numbers, usually in a factory using machines.
Examples:
manufacture an enzyme, manufacture a product. The majority of synthetic vitamins are manufactured from oil.
Phosphorus.
A chemical element with the symbol P and atomic number 15 that is a nonmetallic, highly reactive, and luminescent element.
Examples:
phosphorus element, yellow phosphorus. Phosphorus compounds are commonly used to manufacture fertilizers to promote plant growth.
Sulfur.
Also sulfur, a chemical element with the symbol S and atomic number 16, found in many minerals and sulfur compounds, often used in the production of fertilizers, rubber, paper, and other industrial applications.
Examples:
sulfur dioxide, sulfur mine. The sulfur emissions from the nearby factory caused the rotten egg smell.
Symmetry.
Balance or proportion in design or structure, with elements arranged evenly on either side of an axis.
Examples:
bilateral symmetry, axial symmetry. The building had a symmetry pattern that was pleasing to the eye.
Mechanism.
A part of a machine, or a set of parts that performs a task, a natural or established process that occurs during a specific situation or reaction.
Examples:
The mechanism for DNA replication. Defense mechanism. He discovered unique mechanisms for photochemical reactions.
Undergraduate.
A student who is studying for their first degree at a university or other higher education institution.
Examples:
Engineering undergraduate. Undergraduate course. The class was composed of both undergraduate and graduate students.
Graphics.
Images, designs, or drawings used in websites, books, magazines, etc.
Examples:
Computer graphics. Graphics engine. My dream is to become a great graphics designer like her.
Demonstrate.
To display something or give an exhibition to an interested audience.
Examples:
Demonstrate a difference. Demonstrate mastery. How can you demonstrate that the Earth is a sphere?
Intricate.
Having many different parts and small details that all work together.
Examples:
Intricate details. Intricate lacework. The politician managed to deal with that intricate issue.
Core.
The most essential or fundamental part of something.
Examples:
The core of an apple. Core business activity. These gas nebulas are merely newborn galactic cores.